really for the first time, apart from yesterday afternoon, Scotland can just sense there's something happening.
Well, he does bring that X factor in along with the left arm, along with the ability to swing that ball early on.
Midas touch. Both openers back in the hutch for the second time. Travis Head departs to the bowling of Brad Curry. Now so nearly a third. All of a sudden, Scotland just starting to believe, starting to probe away. Cameron Green, the new man to the crease. Maybe for
doing himself any harm in advertising to the world what he can do.
a good diving stop now. Scotland finally inspired, playing the style and brand of cricket that we know they can.
150 against Australia. Then you'd be thinking that's great. The fact that we're now saying, yeah, it's not really their best, I do think says something about how far they've come.
In the air, but wide of mid-wicket. Yeah, maybe just playing on their minds a touch.
Just mentioning before, the ball's just not coming off the middle of the bat. And Richie Berrington said right at the top that surprised to see him maybe at the latter. Oh, he's off mark there, is McMullen.
Well, is there already shades of what we saw yesterday?
It was a long way. There was nothing. Even Matthew Cross, with all his agility and experience behind the stumps, he just lost control of that one completely.
To defend in an attack. Well, that's a good decision. That's not given us a wide. It swung late. One of their very favourite sons now.
Well, I think, you know, it's a thing when you've got a famous surname. It puts a bit of a target on your back. And his brother Sean copped some of the same as well. But it did always feel sorry for him.
Another big hit, and Green now getting in the act. That could be a lost ball. This gamble of Berrington, well, it's not paying off. The second maximum of the over. The Australian than that.
Yeah, just more of the same. Another Western Australian stands up with big long limbs and a lot of power. Just a really...
On this, we saw Adam Zampa through the middle, create some real pressure in the first innings. Mark Watt will be needing to do the same.
I find him he's like what I would call, or what I like, is the width of the crease. He can angle the ball in when he's coming around the wicket. Oh, there is there is a surprise ball from Mark Watt, but he's just lost the radar.
Yeah, this that's become a bit of a trademark of his. He says he tried to rush him. Mr. Moss goes to play it, but says thank you, I'll take the extra run, extra delivery.
And that's going to be another 4 past the diving Watt. So this little tussle, on that occasion one
from Mitchell Marsh is didn't quite, a little bit of width, that's all he needed, just by that 4th stump line, and Mitchell Marsh says thank you very much for staying very leg side.
He's taking his time this time. Gets underneath this one and throws everything at it. That has gone miles, and Andrew Lenny with the fielding.
As we watch this again, Mark Watt had to bowl the extra delivery because of that wide. Goes a little bit too full, bowls that 1-step length that all spinners want to avoid. And Andrew Lenny, he's hidden around there somewhere. The sun's come out. So that in itself can be really intimidating.
Down the ground. Again, it wasn't the most convincing shot this time from Green, but it falls safely.
They're quite fusion to the batter.
And again, Chris Soule.
The spearhead of the Scotland town.
Well, he does get this one though, Green. That's gone. And it's felt like a little while, but it's another 6 to Green, who's taken up the mantle now.
Once again, a little bit, I feel they got a little bit of control coming back. Australia counter punch, counter attack straight away. Cameron Green sitting there waiting for it. Just the swivel, picks it up, clears it to the next there, another maximum.
That's the short ball again, isn't it? It's really got to be a good short ball to trouble another one. He's played a lot at the WACA.
We've talked a lot about using this surface and seen that over the last couple of years. It's just the consistency of bringing them to the floor. So there, again, that
100 has come up in this over as well.
So if anyone can make something happen, it's Mark.
To put away. I need wickets, and very quickly.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's so difficult when you don't have that scoreboard pressure to be able to put the Australian bat.
Brings out the reverse, and it's a mighty one too. Brilliantly played by Green. You could see what Mark Watt was doing, and he responds with another.
Brilliant, just brilliant. Look at that. He identified that he's gone, well, I'm going to put the protection right in front of the bat. I don't expect either of you to go behind square. Cameron Green goes, okay, I'll show you how it's done. Mark Watt into the 40s.
And it'll be a leisurely single to finish their cruise.
Yeah, Jarvis comes back in at the nursery end as we invite Andrew Leonard back into the commentary box.
Yeah, very good afternoon to you, Ali. Good afternoon, everyone. For Australia, well, being honest, they're cantering home. They are outclassed.
Elements of the power that he has, but apart from that, no one's gone with them.
If they had 180 on the board, all of a sudden, as this one's driven down the ground for 4 more, the feather of a finger that Jarvis didn't get on it, it'd be, well, 69 at home.
Yeah, is one of the biggest factors that comes into it, and just at no point in this series of
Be another T20 I-50, a second for Cameron Green. He's still very early in this format. It's come at a good clip too. He's tall, he's strong, he's powerful, he's a wonderful bowler as well. And now he's added 50 off just 33 deliveries. What an all-rounder he is.
Yeah, and he does it in all formats. We've seen him do it in the test team when he's been required. He's still learning his world's best. You're straight into a birth of fire. So my biggest disappointment is that we knew they weren't going to be able to compete in every game. They'd have loved to, but the fact that they
Can't quite believe it, Kinney. He was certain he'd seen the back of Green. Maybe just a little bit slow in picking up the exact trajectory of the ball. Could Cross have got there with the gloves?
That's what I tell you, when you got that helmet on, particularly trying to find the ball in the sky when it's gone straight up. Hares, he was caught on his heels and he couldn't transfer forward and get his momentum into the ball. And this is now double pain for Watt. He will be absolutely ticking. He has bowled his heart out as he always does, and then, having thought he created the opportunity, Mark 6 downtown.
How often do you see this? The moments after a drop chance or a near miss, the next ball just goes all the way. Great swift footwork from Cameron Green. What a day he's had. 3 wickets with the ball and gets to 60 with the bat. A true all-round performance.
Yeah, it's been the Cameron out into it. Him and the captain, Mitchell Marsh, calmed things down and then took it upon himself to bat through this innings.
There'll be a couple to level the scores, and Australia are on the brink of a 3-0 series victory.